Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. If by this video it keeps getting darker, my light it's I should have charged it, but I didn't, and I find that the more I use it, like I record a lot, you know, in different things, and the more I do that, or if it stays on for a long period of time, it tends to go down for some reason. I figured it out. I still like it, but sometimes I kind of turn it off in between and I wait a couple of minutes and then I turn it on and it goes back to how bright it usually is. So if you see it go down, it's been a while. So today we are going to watch ITZY television. Now this came out a little bit ago. I am a little bit late to it, but I still wanted to make this video and see it because I like the concept so far that I have seen from this. Now I saw a trailer that they released not too long ago. I think it's been like a month since they released it, but I remember I saw it again today. I saw it when it came out and I saw it today before I recorded everything because I wanted to, one, refresh my memory with the trailer, but also see it a little bit more closer to see if there was anything that I missed from what I remember. And I realized there's a little bit of like a cat energy concept to it, because if you have seen the trailer, it's like a laser, you know, they're like in a store, something breaks, it was like a gumball machine or something like that, there was like one red and it becomes a laser and all of them are kind of looking for it, and each member is like doing something different, and the way that they're acting is a little bit like a cat, you know, when a cat is like fixing something or fixed on the laser and they just look and they're like this. That's basically what they were doing and acting. So it was giving me a little bit of like a cat kind of a concept, and then you had the laser and it's called tunnel vision, so I also got the impression that it might be kind of like when you're like focused on one thing and you don't see anything else, because I think at some point one of the members was like very focused on it that didn't realize it was around them, I feel like. So it's also giving me those vibes just by watching the trailer, but I wanted to watch the music video, wanted to see how it is. Oh, that says something and I didn't even catch it. And it was a license plate, but sometimes they put stuff.
Yeah. I don't quest, I don't take vacation. 잠못 들어도 cause I got that patience. 한계점은 나 끌어올라 ambition. I see my range, if there's innovation. Small talk and pass the work hard. For this, got my poker face, 나 예측 못해. I don't want my game, if you'll never miss.
Things are appearing and I cannot read it. So I might have to go back and read everything.
Now I better pause, 모두 집중 on alert. Never backing down, 내가 찾은 what I want.
What is with the end?
Version 2.0 한계를 태우고 만든 피자. Hop in my lane, fast so long. Work 시선은 focus, running till I score. 아침 높은 work keep my attitude, 특히 나를 더 나 better pause, 모두 집중 on alert. Never backing down, 빛을 쫓아 what I want.
They're like this. Everybody's taking photos and everything.
Focus.
They're like focusing on one thing, which is basically what the song is saying. way they made this video is very cool. You got the camera breaking and everything. Also, they left the little dance break at the end. But there isn't that much of a dance break either. Wow. Okay. Television. I need to see that, because at the beginning there were a lot of things that were appearing on screen, and I don't know if it actually says something or not. So I do want to find that out, but ads are playing. So that was ITZY Tunnel Vision. The trailer, again, it was cat-like things that are focused on one thing, and I didn't see anything around. Tunnel Vision is basically talking about that. If you don't know, I did make a whole video, it was a Saturday video, talking about ITZY, because after sneakers, everything went downhill. And I do feel they knew that was happening with sneakers when they were promoting sneakers. I get the feeling they knew about that. They could see everything. And after sneakers, it has been very up and down with them. I feel like now this one, Born to Be, the other one they released that I'm not remembering right now, but I did a reaction of it, are the ones that have been cutting them up more and more. But I still is not at the same level as when they debuted it. And it's very sad, and I don't know if they are going to be able to get to that level again. I think if they get a lot of promotion and the company does help them a lot, they will be able to do that. But I think right now, especially now seeing the song, they're just focusing on themselves, because if you read the lyric and see the music video, you get people taking pictures, following them, all of that, which is a lot of the things that were happening before. But then the song talks about how they're just focused on themselves, they're focused on what they're doing, that's their motivation, nothing is going to like stop them, and all of that. Like, they're concentrated on that, and that's basically what they're saying, especially in the chorus. You can tell. So it's like them saying, at this point, we don't care, we're focusing on themselves, that's all they care about, because they are together. Again, there's a new contract with j.y.p, so they are together, and they're just going to get, you know, better and get stronger from now on. That's basically what this is. And I think with the other one that they released was also Girls Will Be Girls. There we go, I remember. That one was also sort of in the same route, but not as direct as this one. You know what I mean? That one was also very intense. This one is like more direct. It's like definitely talking about that, and you can tell. Now the music video is actually a very cool shot. There's a lot of cool things happening. I think they play a lot with like trick of the cameras and kind of editing as well to create those cool shots. Now there was a few things that I saw at the beginning. There is the license plate, which I don't think they actually said something. I think it's just a license plate. Well, it says that it's directed by Regin Film. I can barely say it because it is kind of blurry, and you have the member like on the floor, but then her eyes are open even. That thing is very broken. Yeah, that happens so quick. There we go. There we go. Okay, the language of others portrayed in pose. Ants are eusocial insects of the family Formicaceae, and along with the related wasp and bee belongs to the order Jesus Hymenoptera. I can barely read. Ants evolved from Vespoid wasp ancestors in the Cretaceous period. More than 13,800 of an estimated total of 22,000 species have been classified. They are easily identified by their geniculate, elbow, cannot read, antenne, and the distinctive by the node-like structure that forms their slender waist. Are we supposed to read that? I'm reading it because I was curious about what it was saying. But are we supposed to read that? There were a lot of ants as well, which is why I wanted to stop and kind of see if the things that it was appearing meant something. There is also this where she is there. Unavailable attention, voluntary blackout. And there's like a bunch of things around that also say something voluntarily isolation, I think is what her eyes say. In the end, they didn't put that many things. Also, there's a lot of ants. I'm guessing it has to do with what they were saying on something. That's a something at some point. Also, that is something. So many things. Convergence. And then that's a something. Ignore the noise too. Breaking news: that disgraced woman. She walks the streets as if the world's eye cannot touch her. Every stage dissolves against the shield of her confidence, leaving her untouchable, unapologetic, unapologetic. Oh my god, and cool. This is why I don't read things on the channel. Also, that is very small. The masses, I can barely. That is very small. You know what? Let me get closer. You guys won't be able to see me because that is small. Call it stardom, but to live beneath the unending flash of cameras is to learn how to breathe with a storm of light. Oh my god, every step I take becomes a reminder of who I have chosen to be. Every glance, every silence echoes of a story I am still trying to understand. What I see is not a crowd to fear, but countless eyes searching for a piece of something real. They do not always see me as I am, and perhaps that's alright. For I too am still learning who that person truly is. Fame is not a crown to me, but a mirror? Mirror. Something. It reflects both the light I give and I don't think after that there's something else in the sense of adding something else. I don't think so. I think from here on they don't add that many things. Everything, especially that last thing that I read that was so small I could barely see it. It's them basically saying, we know all of you are looking, you know, we know all of you are seeing what else we released, and to talk about it and talk if it does well or not. But we kind of realize we don't have to pay attention to that, you know, we can just be who we are, and that's okay. You know, I think they have finally kind of got into the mindset of we're just gonna do what we are known to be good at and what we want to do even, and we're not gonna care too much about what other people think. I think that's what this is, and I think that's the statement that they're trying to do with this. Now I'm curious about, you know, promotion and how they perform this and all of that, you know, seeing how much promotion they do and all of that with this, because promotion, it is key, you know, for these things. It doesn't have a dance break, which again, that is something that ITZY is very well known. This one has a little bit at the end, but it's not as usual. They always have the ending crown pose that hasn't changed at all. But dance break is the only thing that, you know, they are not doing it as much, which again, it could be their way of making it different to how it was before and making that statement as well. So this is cool. I think this is their way of, you know, speaking up about things and things that they know are happening, and that is nice. I do really like it. So if any of you have seen this, let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you prefer everything that they have released so far? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye.